Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Jeff. Yes, I am unironically on Modern Warfare 2019. What the f is this guy doing back here? You know the objective is across the map, right? Look at him just going for another corner. This is some sick work. Oh my goodness. You don't see those kill cams in Black Ops 6. You really don't. Anyway, so it seems like we got some more information coming out more and more about Black Ops. I guess it's called Black Ops 7. So the rumors have been going around for like well over a year that we were going to get 2 Black Ops games in a row. And a lot of questions that I had surrounding that had a lot to do with like, well, who's developing it? Is this kind of like a Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3 kind of situation? Dude, there is no way you guys are gravitating back here. It's like a magnet. Objective's over 60 meters this way. I keep trying to do backward slides. Anyway, as we know, Modern Warfare 2 was Infinity Ward, and then Sledgehammer followed up with Modern Warfare 3. And regardless of whether it's a good game or not, and whether they made good or bad decisions, it pretty much was like a kind of like a DLC situation. Especially when you go over and look at the campaign, for example. It's very obvious that like this was just kind of like tacked on there. That was like the general problem that a lot of people had with it. Now, is this gonna be a repeat then? So Sledgehammer is hard at work on whatever it is. As far as I know, they are working on their own thing. So Insider Gaming and Tom Henderson, he put out an article today that says exclusive, Call of Duty 2025 this year, plan to have 6 fully fledged round-based zombies maps. Now, as a guy that enjoyed Black Ops 6 zombies overall, I am aware that like there's a lot more like hardcore zombies guys out there, but I enjoyed my time when I was playing zombies. I did some of the events like the boss fights and other stuff like that, the Easter egg, and obviously I did the camo grind. I always do the camo grind. I'm not going to concentrate too much on all of the zombies details and stuff, but this is the first article that I'm seeing that actually confirmed that Treyarch is indeed doing 2 games in a row. This is the first article, leak, everything. I've been asking for this information for the longest time. Who is going to be developing this game? And the thing that was at the top of my list was that Treyarch was gonna have to do it somehow. They have like other content or something saved up. We know that it's another Black Ops game. We know it's based around like the Black Ops 2 era. I actually haven't even played the story for Black Ops 6 either, but I don't think that they're gonna be really connected, but it could be connected. I mean, it's the same universe or whatever. Now, they're not officially calling a Black Ops 7. I had a hard time believing they were even gonna go with the 6 because it kind of sounds like laughable at that point. You're getting into like Final Fantasy territory, but at least you expected a Final Fantasy. You can have 30 different Final Fantasy games. It used to be a meme like Call of Duty 37. Can't wait to see what they do in this one, but we're actually starting to get into that territory now. I had some faith that Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 didn't truly feel like a DLC kind of pack thing, but I actually have even less faith in this one. I genuinely feel like it's just gonna be a BO6 update. Now, I haven't heard about like too many gameplay details or anything like that, so who knows? It could be very different. I feel like on paper, they're very similar, but maybe in design, it'll be a different story. Like Modern Warfare 2 was terrible in comparison to Modern Warfare 3, even though we can agree that it's kind of like a DLC. At least that's how everybody views it, but we know that mechanically, they're very different games. The flows are different, the maps are different, but it's still Modern Warfare. What are these guys doing? It says it's understood that Treyarch is playing around with more out there settings this time around. There's a map set in post-World War II New York after a nuke is dropped. Another map described as a Japanese temple at the foot of an erupting volcano. And it seems like Zombies fans are pretty happy with this. It sounds good. Atmosphere and setting and like the story seems to matter a whole lot. And for sure, even when I'm playing it myself, like the atmosphere is definitely important, right? The original Zombies crew is making a return, which I'm sure that they're happy about that. But with it being confirmed that it is Treyarch that is doing another game right after this, I mean, we have every reason to believe that it's probably not going to be like a massively different game from Black Ops. How could they possibly make anything else? Were they developing this like right alongside Black Ops 6? Were they like doing 2 different projects at once? What does that mean for like their resources and stuff like that? How were the resources even allocated? To assume that they're actually going to allocate them to something is another bold assumption when it comes to Activision. I'm not playing Arc Lock. I cannot believe they removed the shipment playlist. The map's early development, it's understood that the plan for Zombies was to build the maps from the ground up to allow them to be played in different game modes, including traditional round-based, Grief, and Outbreak. Dude, I actually remember playing Outbreak on that snow map with the big, like, ski resort thing. I remember that shit. It's all a blur, though. I only remember a little bit. Was there a camo in that? Is that why I was playing it? Or were people playing it for another reason? I can't remember. People, like, boosting? Can't remember. Which really isn't all that surprising since, you know, Call of Duty is largely forgettable, right? Again, I don't think Black Ops 6 is a bad game by any means, but it's not really a good sign overall for, like, the general public anyway. way to try to convince them that they need to be going and buying basically like an update for a game. For me, you already know I'm gonna play it. I've played Call of Duty every single year. I've played Call of Duty for so long. It's one of the games I'm best at, as sad as that is. Other ideas included is a map set in Vietnam, one in Afghanistan, and another out there idea of one being set in a space station in the dark aether. Wait, I haven't heard of this one. As already leaked from a feedback session, it's also understood that Call of Duty 2025 Zombies will have one of the biggest maps to date and have a similar transportation system to transit. I'll be honest, after recently getting back into zombies and stuff, I don't want giant maps. Terminus and the other, like, it's not bad or anything, you know what I mean? But it is round-based, right? It's not like some weird shit. Like, it is round-based. I mean, obviously, we'll have to see. But for multiplayer and other things, I don't really know what this means. If Black Ops 7 is kind of similar to Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3, then is there going to even be like an integration thing? I assume there will be, but it'll be integration when we're already on Verdansk, right? And by that point, I mean, Verdansk is coming out in, what, around 3 weeks or so? What the fuck? By the time the new Call of Duty comes out, which is probably October or November, usually November at the latest, we're gonna have a solid 6 to 7 months, and by that point, we'll probably be able to tell if Verdansk was a failure or a hit. Now, although I think that we'll be able to tell if it's a failure or not by that point, doesn't necessarily change if they do that integration for it, because they're obviously gonna have to work on that integration well before that point. And I guess if that integration doesn't pop off, then it's probably over, and they're probably not gonna do any, like, integrations or anything like that from that point forward. Again, I don't think that that means that they're going to just straight up shut down Warzone or anything. I just think it won't take priority. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section about this stuff, whether you're like a zombies person and excited for it. It seems like a lot of people are excited for the zombie stuff overall, but also confirms all of the other stuff that we were trying to figure out. Is it Treyarch? Is it Sledgehammer? Is it Raven doing some weird shit? But it seems like it's Treyarch twice in a row. I have no idea how they're going to do this. I'll be honest, I don't have a lot of, I don't know, faith that Black Ops 7 will be much different from Black Ops 6. I really don't even think Black Ops 6 has a ton of issues, like, looking at it. Sure, it's got issues, but I mean, like, objectively, the game flows really well. Gunplay feels good. The movement feels good. Of course, it's not Modern Warfare 2019 or like Warzone engine feel or whatever. It's about as close as it can get, but it is definitely different. How much time did they have to even develop this Black Ops 7 thing? You have to sit here and think. So they're coming out with updates for Black Ops 6 while also developing Black Ops 7? I don't think that it'll be like a fully fledged game. Like, I'll be very surprised if it actually has like a fully complete, full-length, high-quality campaign like Black Ops 6. Is it possible for them to go and make a Black Ops 7 a year later and make a full game yet again? So multiplayer updates, they got all the zombies leaks and stuff that we were talking about, gonna have a full-length campaign? Or is it going to be like Modern Warfare 3, where some things are updated, things are different, but the campaign, we don't talk about Modern Warfare 3 campaign.